Hey, welcome back. If you're like me and you grew up in America and you're an anime fan, one of your favorite American animated TV shows is probably gonna be Teen Titans. To me, it's kind of the most I guess you would say anime-like TV show that we have in America. I feel like a lot of people think it's Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I feel like the storyline and Teen Titans is so deep and so badass, and the chemistry between the main Titans, the Living Titan Tower, are just so beautiful. You can kind of see who naturally became like best friends, who had a love-hate relationship. You can see how like although like Beast Boy and Raven was really close, you could also see Raven's individual relationship with Robin, and Starfire, who like Robin also had a special relationship with Cyborg. And in the third and fourth season, it even got really dark. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why the new owners of a network didn't pick it back up, is they felt like parents were too worried that it was getting too evil and too dark and too mature for their audience. But as you know, the final season never got made, so I feel like a lot of people really wanted to see where some of those relationships grew into. We already thought maybe Beast Boy would get with Raven, maybe Starfire and Robin did kiss in the movie, but I don't know if that's going. He was thirsty and just hungry and starving for more content. I feel like this is really the best option. I mean, when I seen this, the artwork obviously caught my attention, so that's one of the reasons that I picked it up. But you probably have seen this artist before. He's went viral on like Pinterest and Instagram and Twitter several times, or even Facebook. I've seen him on there too. But let me start off. I'm gonna read you a little about both of the people that come together to make this great work of art, and this is officially DC content. So this right here says the person who wrote the story, her name is Kami Garcia. She's an American writer, and she's known for writing young adult fiction and graphic novels. This isn't her first work. I think she's been a New York Times bestseller several times. So they already trusted her with this great story. And then the illustrator is Gabriel Piccolo, I think. He's an artist and illustrator based out of São Paulo, Brazil. I hope I'm not butchering any of these names. He basically amassed a huge online following during his 360-day doodle challenge. You've probably seen him go viral like several times. He did all this like crazy ass artwork, and I'll throw some up on the screen, make it bigger, but it's just a screen going down. If you want to support him, I thought this was cool. This story is awesome, so check out his other works. But anyway, let me unbox this for you and show you. This is what it comes in. Right, it's laminated, so it's all professional. You can get the paperback, but I got the hardback because I figured if I liked it, I wanted to make sure that I, keep it. The first one out of the trilogy is this one right here. Bro, look at this. It literally looks beautiful. Okay, and it also comes, I'll go ahead and pull out the other one too, but it also comes with this cool sticker. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll probably put that on the back of my MacBook or something. It says "Black is my happy color." It's got a pretty cool illustration. I guess probably Gabriel did this, but it's a cool illustration of a Raven rocking out one of her outfits. Now this is really cool because it's like a modern take on the Teen Titans, right? So it's really badass to see what they would be doing if they existed like in our time. Not that the regular Teen Titans was a long time ago, but this is like real modernized. The way they dress and stuff is like maybe like teenagers or people in their early 20s. When you open up the book, it comes with like a little stuff about the author, Kami, and it's pretty dope. It pretty much says like it's got a photo of her whenever she was a kid dressed up, and I think it's a Wonder Woman costume. And it pretty much just says that, growing up, she was a huge DC fan, so she's honored to work on this. And also that she thinks it's really badass that she got to actually meet the people that created the characters like Cyborg, Starfire, Marv Wolfman, and the co-creator of Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire from the Teen Titans. How she was nervous, and how it made her really happy, and how she always believed in magic, miracles, and that possible. So, that's really badass. I don't know, on the very first chapter, it says it takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, which I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so I think that's really badass. But they might change based on this capital, whatever city or state that the book's selling in. They might change that, which I think would be pretty cool because it makes you more personalized and be able to emerge in it. Maybe not though. I'm not sure. It even has if you go through a couple pages, I seen something earlier that said she had like a card for school and it said East Atlanta. Oh yeah, it is East Atlanta High School. That's just sick. But I don't want to show you too much of the book because I want you to get into it. But I'll just kind of tell you what the story's about. So basically, it starts off. It's Raven, and she's riding in a car, which I assume is maybe like it's her mother really. So what happens is they get in a car wreck, and I'm not trying to spoil anything, so I'm gonna tell you just the first couple pages. Her mother dies. Okay, and that's how the story starts off, right? And Raven loses her memory, and the story kind of follows her gaining her memory back because she starts, seeing her powers take over, and she's seeing flashbacks of like things that was haunting the Raven before the memory loss. So it's her going through school, meeting people, and before she tries to, come up with her powers, and her actual story starts. Okay, and then that's the first one. All right, the second one, well. All right, I'll go ahead and actually before I read you this one right here, I'm gonna actually read you the synopsis on the back. Right, it says when a tragic accident takes the life of a 17-year-old Roth's foster mother and Raven's memory, she moves to New Orleans to recover and finish her senior year of high school. Starting over isn't easy. Raven remembers everyday stuff like how to solve math equations and make pasta, but she can't remember her favorite song or who she was before the accident. And when the impossible starts happening, Raven begins to think it might be better not even remember who she was at all. But as she goes closer to her friends, her foster sister Max and Tommy, a guy who she accepts, blah 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 blah, and it just kind of goes on. I don't want to, bore you. This is the second one, and I thought this one was badass. I was kind of worried that this one wouldn't be as cool, but I personally am a huge fan of Beast Boy. I think his story is like so badass because if you watch the last season of Teen Titans, it really dives a lot deeper into who Beast Boy's character is, and really without him, most of the final events wouldn't even happen because Beast Boy's old crew, the Doom Patrol, gets introduced into the show, and you find out how much trouble Beast Boy's past really is, and why he acts like he does, and how he's kind of always wants to prove his how valuable he is to the crew because his last, the Doom Patrol leader was a dick. But this one right here is what this looks like, and it's kind of the origin story of the Beast Boy in this universe. It's also really badass. Here's some more of the the artwork, whatever. This one's a really cool take. Hold on a second. This one's a really cool take on the Beast Boy origin story because it's the same. It kind of starts off with the same with his parents. He doesn't even know that he has these Beast Boy powers, so he starts slowly growing faster and faster once he hits puberty. And it shows the troubled backstory of how his parents pretty much manipulated his bloodline so they can try to fix him, and they morphed some of this like rare green monkey because they was like animal scientists, and he got really sick in the jungle and they were trying to save him, but they didn't tell him. But it's kind of cool because Beast Boy's attitude. He's very like eccentric, even in the original Teen Titans. So this is cool because he's in high school, and in this school, people care a lot about going viral. So Beast Boy trying to prove he's badass, like the girl that he likes and stuff, starts trying to up the guy in the school that's most popular by doing all these crazy tricks and shit. And he actually winds up, breaking into animal labs and blase, blase, blase. So that's really badass too. I'm gonna read you the back of this one. Garfield Logan has spent his entire life being overlooked, even in a small town like Eden, Georgia. The 17-year-old with green streaks in his hair can't find a way to stand out. And the clock is ticking. Senior year is almost over, and Gar can't find a way to impress the social elites of the Bull Creek School. He will never know what it's like to matter. Gar's best friends, Stella and Tank, don't understand why he cares what other people think, and that they miss their funny, pizza-loving, video game-obsessed friends. So, yeah, so that's that. Again, totally check these books out. They're freaking amazing. They come, even the material, you can tell that they really care because these books are like really like well taken care of. You can, it looks like very high material, and they're not even that expensive. I got mine at this place called Second and Charles. It's like a secondhand like comic book store. Well, not secondhand. It's kind of like Barnes and Noble, but they also sell secondhand like video games and comics and shit. But you can get it off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the bio. They got a paperback for $10.99 a piece, or you can get the hardcover for $13.50. I think I paid like I paid like $35, maybe because it was in person for both of them. But you also, they got combinations. You can get bundles and shit, stuff right here. And I think if you scroll like down here, you can get that right there, $25. So. There's one more thing that I really wanted to say. So obviously the whole point of like feeling this type of books is because you want to see Beast Boy and Raven get together. That was the one thing people miss the most about the original Teen Titans. So at the end of each book, like when I finished the Raven one, the last like 6 pages was like the first couple pages of the Beast Boy book. At the end of the Beast Boy book, it's the next couple pages of the next book that comes out, and you can already pre-order it, so it's not even spoilers. But the next book is called Teen Titans: Beast Boy Loves Raven. I really think that it's really badass because that's the whole point. So I'm glad they care enough about this story to world build as much as they are, because this whole book is dedicated to Raven. This whole book is dedicated to Beast Boy. And then you kind of see how their personalities may be different, but you can kind of also see what they may work very well together. So I think, again, check these out. This is the best thing that you can hope for. I mean, I think they did it brilliantly. I couldn't ask for a better writer and illustrator to come together and make this masterpiece. They did panels together if you want to learn more about each of them. I mean, the artwork in particular, I think is probably the greatest artwork that I've ever seen, like, in a long time. It really captures, like, I feel like the 90s kid aesthetic where our brains are right now. But for all ages, I'm talking about younger or older, 30s, 40s, 50s. There's no age limit that can enjoy these books. And the writer really captured, I don't know who came first. I don't know who came up with whether it's the writer or the illustrator first, but they complement each other perfect, Check the books out. If you're second guessing it, don't. It's totally worth the money. It'll really give you that fix, that junky need that you have to see what happens to our favorite members of the Teen Titans. And I'm very excited. The next book doesn't come out until September, but you can pre-order it right now. Don't second guess it. Check it out. Go follow both of, I'll leave both of their Instagrams, because they both have Instagrams, in the Instagram. Follow both of them. Hell, let them know that I sent you, and just really support them, because they are both getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but they need to be just huge, because this is just the next level of literature when it comes to adapting our favorite like 90s and early 2000s shows into the modern generation. All right, so yeah, that's the end of the video. I appreciate it. If you want more videos like this, then let me know, and I'll make sure to suggest everything else I like.